Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my videos. Today I wanted to do another what I eat in the day keto diet. Today is 1 month on keto and looks like we're about to do another month. So I was like, let me share some more of what I eat in a day. And today's an interesting day. It's actually a lot later in the day right now. I've gone and done what I've needed to do. And I don't know, I just woke up. I wasn't hungry. And this is like the second day where it's like, do I really want breakfast? I don't know. Like I've been eating like just later and later. So I was like, you know what? Should we try this thing called intermittent fasting? I think that might be just something where it's like, I'm just going to fast for until like lunch and dinner and then just not eat until then. Because I'm honestly just not hungry. And that's just something that kind of happens. Maybe I'm just eating enough. They say you shouldn't really wake up too hungry because maybe you overate because of it. So today we're actually starting off with a lunch, something super simple and easy, and I'll show you guys what I do and how you can almost kind of like pre-prep this so you can just throw everything together. All right, so sorry if you can hear Frankie in the background, he's playing soccer. So what I'm gonna do is just a simple easy salad. So I've got my romaine lettuce already cut up and I'm weighed out. Depends, you know, if you want to or not. This is about 4 ounces of chicken. So I actually pre-grilled this yesterday because I had some leftover chicken that I wasn't going to use. It was just too much in my pan. So what I did, I just added some salt and pepper and I put it in my George Foreman and I grilled it, and I just kind of keep a little bit on the side for whenever I want to make a salad. So we're just going to throw that in. You can do a little bit less. I use anywhere from 3 to 4 ounces of chicken. And for a little bit more protein, I boiled some egg. I actually really love the taste of egg in my salad, a hard-boiled egg, or just hard-boiled egg in general, just something quick, simple. So I'm just going to cut that guy up. You can be a little bit more precise with your cutting, but it doesn't have to be anything. I just need it on the plate or in the bowl, my very, very Mexican bowl. Who's got the bowl like this? But maybe with the brown one. Okay. The brown stripe. It's how you know you legit. Okay, so put a little bit of egg on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of ranch dressing. And now, especially since I've been trying to be more conscious, I do like to measure out my ranch a little bit. So I'll do anywhere from like 1 to like 2 tablespoons. And I'll kind of like mix it up and see, you know, how I liked it dredged, or depending on like the dressing, you know, in general. But you know, you want to read and see how much you're taking in, especially if you are someone who's maybe like counting calories and stuff. So I usually do like a little bit less than 2 tablespoons. And I think that's like more than enough now. If you want, you can like pre-prep your own like maybe Parmesan crisps or something. What I'm going to do is just add a little bit of shredded cheese. Once again, you can also measure this out if you want to use like my fitness app or something like that. But I'll like whatever your liking is, whether you're counting. So maybe like a little handful. I think a handful like that is like more than enough. Maybe that's like about 1/4 cup, a little bit less actually. And that's pretty much it. That's what I'm going to have for lunch with some water. Super simple, super easy. And if you like any other types of like veggies, keto proof stuff you can put in there, go for it. Maybe some like yummy nuts or whatever. But this is like, maybe I'm a basic ass bitch when it comes to my salads. Pretty much my favorite one is a Caesar salad. But something like this, simple, easy. I've got my protein in. It's more than just lettuce, which is like basically water, and a little bit of, or a lot of ranch dressing. You're really going to get a little bit full. You get your protein in with the chicken and with the, what you want to call it, the egg as well. And you can enjoy a little bit of ranch, which is keto approved. Just don't go too crazy with it, especially if you are maybe trying to be conscious of your calories. But I'm going to go enjoy my salad. And then we're going to prep dinner, which I am really excited about. I'm going to make modify my version of keto, tostadas de tinga. And I'll show you how we'll make the tostadas. I have been looking for a way to enjoy tostadas and our tortillas on keto and still keeping it keto friendly. There's a couple different options, so let's see if it works today. All right, we are about to make dinner, but one thing I forgot to mention about the salad, a great ingredient to add into your salad, any salad, a great way to get your fats in. Well, one, you can use that avocado oil as like a dressing as well, or also the other thing that I would always recommend doing with the salad is to add avocado. I totally forgot, sorry. And then I was like, just scarfed it all up. But now we're going to make dinner, which I'm excited for because I've been craving. And if you're Mexican, you need that sazon. You're going to figure out how to make your Mexican meals keto, which a lot of them can be. Of course, you just got to eliminate the tortillas, tostadas, tortilla chips, stuff like that. Arroz. I know. But we're going to make tostadas de tinga, which everything for the tinga is pretty much keto approved. It's good. It's going to be the tostada part that we're going to do a mix. But I'll show you guys what I do for my tostadas de tinga, just in case, you know, y'all didn't know. So this is my regular one. And the only thing we're pretty much going to switch up is the tostada part, because we're not going to use actual tostadas. So what I have right now heating up is my water. Let me maybe flip you guys around and let me get some light for y'all. But I'm going to boil my chicken essentially, and super quick, super easy, and I'll be preparing the other stuff while we let that boil. Alright, so for the chicken here, I have my onion and my garlic, and I already have my water boiling here, so I'm just going to throw that in just so that, you know, for the chicken, but I'm not eating the actual onion, so because you want to limit how much onion you actually have. And then we're going to go ahead and add some salt to this, just to kind of season the chicken a little bit. And next, what I'm going to go ahead and do is add my chicken breast. And as you can see, these are some big boys. But basically, what I'm going to do is this is going to be enough for leftovers too. So this way, this is one less meal I have to cook. And we're going to give this probably about 45 minutes. Usually, if it's thicker breast, I do 45 minutes. But if it's like smaller pieces, I'll usually check it out around the 30-minute mark. But these are some big boys. So we'll probably take about 45 minutes or so. And we're going to prep the other items. So now to make the salsa, the chile chipotle salsa. Now I'm gonna do what I normally do, but when it comes to the chile chipotles, you can add as many as you want, more than me, but I usually add a little bit more than like the recipe I learned. And tips, the chile chipotles that I recommend is the San Marcos brand. I remember when I first started buying the chile chipotles, I didn't know. So I was like, oh, I think I did La Costeña or something. But that one is a little bit too sweet. And then, you know, I told Frankie and he's like, no, my family uses San Marcos. So if you want a good chile chipotle brand, San Marcos is where it's at, especially if you like that spiciness. So let me show you what I got going on in the blender. All right, so into the blender, I put 4 tomatoes. You can cut them up and stuff and, you know, make them a little bit easier to blend. Also, if you want a little bit more flavor, I do this from time to time. I just get lazy sometimes. You can boil the actual tomates, and people will be like, oh my God, you don't boil them. But, you know, sometimes I get lazy, you can't even tell. So I'll put in 4 tomates, and like I said, I got lazy. We're going to go in with 2 garlic cloves. And then for the chile chipotles that I use, I think the recipe is usually like 2 in the blender and 1 in the actual pot. But I do 3 in the blender. And I try to get nice big fat boys. And ooh, look at that guy. Extra juicy. And you know, sometimes it's the luck of the draw. Some of them aren't as spicy. Some of them, ooh, look at that boy. And then one of them I like kind of like cook in like the caldo. And then I'll go ahead and take my caldo de pollo and I'll do 1 tablespoon of that. And we're going to add a little bit more later. So 1 tablespoon. And of course, whatever flavoring, if you kind of find that like, I want a little bit more or less, but electrolytes. And then we're going to go ahead and blend it. So what I did is add a little bit of olive oil and added some onions and kind of let them become transparent. And then we're going to go ahead and add the boiled chicken that I shredded up, and we're going to kind of incorporate that. And now what we're going to do is add the salsa. Ooh, if I can get out there. Stick. There we go. Then I'm going to add, this is the chile chipotle, just plain salsa in there, because we need some more. Can't have enough salsa. And then we're going to add, what do you call this? The hojitas de laurel. Basil, right? Fresh basil? Bay leaf. My bad. Thank you. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to actually grab a little bit of that water from the boiled chicken. And I'm adding a little bit, another tablespoon of that caldo de pollo. And I'm mixing it in here, and I'm going to put that. So there's no need to put salt. since all the salt is in the caldo de pollo. And all you're gonna do is kind of let the flavors incorporate. It's pretty easy. So we're just gonna let that sit there while we attempt these tostadas from mozzarella cheese. Ooh, so I just switched the pans over because I'm going to work on the mozzarella cheese over here. But what I'm going to do, last thing, is I'm going to go ahead and add, if you want, another chile chipotle. And this one, ooh, let's get that big boy right there. And this one's just going to kind of sit there. If you feel like this is a little bit too spicy, just do maybe one chile in the blender and one in the caldo. Or two in the blender, one in the caldo. Like, adjust the spice. I just found that we like a little bit more spice, so gonna let that boy boil. Alright, so now for the tostadas de tinga, we're using a mozzarella cheese, shredded cheese. So I've seen different things. There's a thing called, or a brand called Cut the Carb, and it's really just like low carb wraps that you can fry, make into the tostadas. You can use for pizza, you can use for tortillas, but that's just expensive. So we're gonna go ahead and use this trick that I saw. I'll put that YouTube down there, but she used shredded cheese, and I've seen it for like in a couple different places. So I added a little bit of olive oil. She did like a spray. We're gonna make a little circle. I think it was Chiquito. Yeah, I think that's the name. So trying to make these boys hold up my chicken. And we're just gonna let that cook. And we're gonna flip to form a tostada. And I'll let you know how it tastes because I haven't done this before. So first trial on camera. And then I saw another recipe where if you put these on a baking sheet and you bake them, you can make tortillas so they can actually like be rolled and stuff. So maybe we'll try that for another recipe. Maybe if I do like a huevos con chorizo breakfast or something, because that sounds good. And just kind of keeping it and making sure it stays in that circle to form your tostada. And just waiting kind of for like the bottom to brown a little bit. Sweet. Okay, somehow we got it. Don't be afraid to flip it. Get it nice and crispy on the bottom and the top. Probably what I'm going to do next is add a little bit less oil to the pan. I know they had the spray. I feel like that's easier to kind of control the amount of oil. And they say to get the low moisture type of mozzarella, so it's like less grasa, less grease on there. So it's like the first pancake. It never comes out well. All right. I think this might be good. Oh yeah, the bottom looks good. So I think the top the first flip I should have waited maybe a little bit longer. We'll get it on the second one. This is my first tostada. And oh yeah, so it should look something more like that. So we'll make sure both sides look like that. But we're gonna pat it down probably and get rid of a little bit of the grease, and let's make a couple more. So essentially I have to not be afraid of it browning. That's what you want. So let's try this again. Alright, this bad boy looks like it's ready to flip. Maybe not. There we go. Gotta learn how to. Woo! I'm getting better at these keto tostadas. Yeah, first pancake. You know how it goes. Getting good. Can't wait. Almost there. I just want to eat my tinga. I'm so excited. Also, something too. I will say, when usually I have leftover tinga, I feel like the flavors just get to stew together like even more. So they're like even tastier. And if you left that little chile chipotle and the salsa kind of stewing in there, it also gets like a little bit more picosito. So if you like that, then do it. And if you don't, just a little tip from me to you. Alright, so while I wait for the rest of my tostadas, it's probably the most time consuming part here, unless you use multiple pans. I'm going to put together my actual tostadas, which as you can see are kind of hefty, guys. So I added some crema, and you can kind of make this how you want. What I kind of saw from that Chiquito, She did mashed up the avocados and kind of added a little salt and pepper as a base in case you want that like frijole taste. But I actually don't mind. You can just do just crema. A lot of people just eat tinga with just crema like that. So then I'm going to go ahead and take my tinga. And I made the onion slices bigger here too, so I can kind of pick around it and just kind of eliminate how much onion I'm eating overall, but just, you know, kind of get that flavor in there. So add your little tinga pieces however much you want. And I also like to kind of grab with a fork too to eliminate how many juices I pick up as well, even with like a regular tostada, because then, you know, it cracks and crumbles and your heart breaks, stuff like that. So add as little or as much as you want. And putting the crema first actually makes it easier to kind of drizzle on top. And actually before that, I'm going to go ahead and take an avocado and can just kind of slice that bad boy up and add however much avocado you want. Just going to add some pieces there. Can add a little salt to your avocado if you want. If you want to do like that mash, or if you want to get fancy, you can make a little guac, un pinche guacamole to put on top. So to add a little avocado and no salt, because obviously there's a bunch of salt or the nor and the chicken. And let's add a little bit of lechuga. Let's do that lettuce. And wapam. Add if you want to add the salsa of your choice that's like keto friendly or whatever, but I'm pretty basic as bitch. So this is what I do. So let's do a taste test of this tostada. Alright, so this is my first keto friendly tostada. Basically the same thing that I do, but no frijoles. And we are just doing a mozzarella encrusted tostada, but it holds it up pretty nice and hefty, which is very important. Let's see. Okay. I can fucks with that. I am down. Oh my god, I can survive this. Pretty good. I gotta find out how to make it a little bit crunchier, but still very, very good. This might have been my first one. And I feel like I did a little too much olive oil, and I feel like I haven't added any more olive oil to them, and they're getting like crispier and crispier, but so good. Okay, we can do this.
Is it tostada?
Pretty good. Could be a little crispier. This might have been my first pancake, so it's not as crispy.
Falta una pinche salsa.
Yeah, I don't do that. Right? Okay, I'm excited. All right, so that was my keto, what I eat in a day. It's a little bit different than my last one since I'm only eating 2 meals today, 2 bigger meals. Intermittent fasting, I guess, is what I'm doing and incorporating, but I feel like I've just been waking up not really hungry, but still trying to get my fats in, still trying to, you know, not eat, because essentially I do get hungry, but I'm super excited for these keto-friendly tostadas. Oh my god. So, yes, if you Mexican, if you need that sazon to survive, try this out. I also did, previously I cooked albóndigas and I modified it a little bit. So I didn't put like rice in the meatballs. I didn't do potatoes in like the soup or anything. I did zucchini. So let me know if you guys want to see that one, some more Mexican keto meals, trying to incorporate that because I just need that to survive and to keep going. We just need those flavors in our life. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment down below if you want to see some more keto friendly or keto what I eat in the day meals. Definitely, I feel like that's what's been kind of helping me throughout this is mixing it up, not eating the same thing every day. I feel like some people can. That's just not me. I need to mix it up, have some fun with it, challenge myself to be like, well, what do you want? How can we make it keto friendly? It's my tip for me to you to kind of keep it going and not think of it as like a diet, but just kind of like the same things you always eat and just make it a little bit keto friendly. Modifications here and there. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I will be doing my 1 month keto update video soon, and because today is 1 month on keto and I've definitely seen results. I don't know if you can see it on my face, but I've definitely seen results. I feel the results, so I wanted to do a video on that, talking about my experience, my journey, some tips for you guys. Also on my Instagram, I am answering questions. So if you guys have any questions you want me to answer in that video, drop them down below so that I can do that for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time.